All right, let's get right into it. In this explainer, we're breaking down 9 high-impact generative AI projects. These are serious blueprints designed to build you a portfolio that actually stands out. We're going to cover the whole stack, from RAG and AI agents all the way to advanced optimization and security. So, let's be real. Are you ready to build a portfolio that gets you noticed? In today's market, tutorials just don't cut it anymore. What really makes a difference is having finished, deployed projects. And that's what this is about, real-world applications that give you something powerful and impressive to show off. And that's exactly what we've got for you, 9 distinct project ideas. And we're not just talking high-level concepts. We're giving you the tech stacks and the core system design you need to actually start building. So let's dive into our first section. First up, we're kicking things off with Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. Honestly, if you're a serious AI developer, you have to master RAG. It's the foundational skill for building systems that can reason using external data that they weren't trained on. So what exactly is RAG? Well, you can think of it as giving the LLM an open book test. Instead of just relying on its memory, the model first looks up the facts from a trusted source, your company's internal wiki, a database, whatever. And then it uses that fresh context to generate a way more accurate and relevant answer. It's a game changer. Okay, project number 1, an advanced multi-source RAG system. The real challenge here isn't just hooking up one PDF. No, this is about building a system that can ingest and understand data from everywhere at once. PDFs, websites, databases, you name it. And the really impressive part, the secret sauce, is merging and re-ranking all that context before you even ask the LLM a question. That's what gives you incredibly precise answers. Now, what's under the hood for this project? Well, the tech stack is designed to teach you crucial skills. You'll use tools like Llama Index and a vector DB like Pinecone, sure, but the real key is mastering the advanced stuff. Implementing graph-based retrieval to map out complex relationships in your data, and using re-ranking algorithms to surface the absolute best information. And finally, you deploy it on AWS or Azure, proving you can ship a full-stack AI application, not just a notebook. Next up, a project that every single developer will immediately understand and want, a chatbot for your codebase. This thing eats everything, source files, docs, even the commit history. The magic here is using code-specific chunking and clever metadata filtering. This lets it give you super relevant code snippets and explanations. It's a massive productivity tool for any engineering team. For this one, you'll be leaning on LangChain for the logic, maybe Feist for a fast local vector database, and a zippy LLM like Gemini Flash. But you know what the killer skill here is? CI/CD automation. By using something like GitHub Actions, you show you can build a tool that integrates seamlessly into a real developer's workflow. That's what gets hiring managers excited. Okay, time for our final RAG project, and this one is seriously cool. It's multimodal. Imagine an AI shopping assistant where you can upload a photo of a product and just start asking questions. What are the specs on this? Or find me something similar but cheaper. This is where AI starts to feel like magic, blending vision and language into one seamless experience. So how does it work? The stack uses a vision model like Gemini Vision Pro to basically describe the image in text. That text then becomes searchable. This is how you master multimodal RAG. And the killer part? You deploy it on a serverless platform like AWS Lambda. This proves you can build an architecture that's not just cool, but also efficient, scalable, and super cost-effective. All right, buckle up. We are leveling up in a big way. We're moving past systems that just answer questions. Now we're talking about systems that can reason, plan, and actually take action. Welcome to the world of autonomous AI agents. Agentic AI is all about autonomy. Think of it this way. A RAG system is like a world-class librarian that can find any piece of information for you. An AI agent is like a team of researchers who can not only find the info, but then call APIs, write code, or access files to actually do something with it. They are problem solvers, not just answer finders. Our first agent project is awesome, a financial analysis crew. You're going to build a small team of specialized AI agents that work together to create a full stock analysis report from scratch. Each agent has a unique role, just like in a real Wall Street firm. You feed it a stock ticker, and out pops a professional-grade report. And here's how this little team works together. First, you have the market research agent. It's like your intel gatherer, scouring news and social media. Then, the data analyst agent, your number cruncher, pulls hard data and calculates key metrics. And finally, the report writer agent takes all that info and synthesizes it into a polished professional document. It's a fully automated assembly line for insights. So how do you manage this crew? You use an orchestration framework like LangGraph or AutoGen. Think of it as the project manager for your agents. The core skill you're learning here is tool calling, which is just a fancy way of saying you're teaching the AI to use other programs, like the Yahoo Finance API. This is a huge deal, and it shows you can build truly autonomous systems. Anyone who's worked with data knows the absolute pain of data cleaning, right? Well, Project 5 tackles this head-on with a self-correcting agent. This thing doesn't just automate data cleaning, it actually checks its own homework. If its output doesn't match the rules you set, it triggers a feedback loop, critiques its own mistake, and tries again until it's perfect. This is an incredibly advanced and robust way to build data pipelines. And our final agent project is another massive time saver that developers will love, an AI that writes your unit tests. It's wild. You just describe a new feature in plain English, like the login should fail after 3 bad attempts, and the agent writes the actual test code. But the most powerful move is integrating this directly into your CI/CD pipeline, fully automating the testing process. This is a huge force multiplier for any engineering org. All right, for our final section, we're talking about the skills that separate the pros from the hobbyists: model optimization and security. This is about taking a generic LLM and making it specialized, efficient, and most importantly, safe for the real world. Project 7 is all about fine-tuning. Look, you can get pretty far with prompt engineering, but to truly become an expert, you need to specialize the model itself. Here, you'll take an open-source model and train it on a custom dataset for a specific niche. And thanks to methods like LoRa, you don't need a supercomputer to do it. You can get huge performance gains for a fraction of the cost. And the difference is just night and day. On the left, you see what you get from a base model, a generic, often useless answer to a specific question. But on the right, the fine-tuned model is an expert. The response is sharp, accurate, and full of context. The goal of this project is to prove that measurable improvement and then deploy your specialized model as a live API. Look, if you're putting an LLM out into the wild, you have to think about security. This project is all about building a robust content moderation API. It's not just a single check, it's a multi-step safety pipeline. Think of it like multiple layers of security guards, each checking for different things like toxicity or prompt injection before a response is ever generated. This is how you build defensible AI. And for our grand finale, project number 9. This one ties a bunch of our skills together into an end-to-end media pipeline. The system takes a long video or audio file, transcribes it in real time, and then uses an LLM to pull out all the good stuff, key takeaways, action items, you name it. And it presents everything in a beautiful interactive dashboard. So let's quickly recap the journey. We started by mastering data with RAG. Then we moved on to building autonomous agents that can actually act in the world. And finally, we covered how to optimize and secure these models to make them truly production ready. So there you have it, the blueprints for 9 different projects that build distinct, in-demand skills for a high-impact Gen AI portfolio. The only question left is, which one are you going to build first?